So I went to get my lunch today out of the fridge and looked in there, and we have almost 9 dozen eggs sitting in the fridge. And we eat eggs. I mean, we always have a big bowl of hard-boiled eggs in there, and we eat them like snacks. And for my lunch, I'll have one or two, and just in between meals. And the kids bring egg salad sandwiches to school every day. Well, not every day, probably 3 days a week, and every function we go to, bring deviled eggs. I don't know what to do with all these eggs. We tried selling them on Craigslist, and I had my kids put an ad on there and thought that they could, instead of a lemonade stand type of thing, they could do an egg sale. But we had 8 or 9 responses, and out of the 8 or 9 responses, all 8 or 9 blew us off. We had, scheduled times. People, oh yeah, we'll be here at 2 o'clock, we'll be here at 3 o'clock, whatever. And every single one of them blew us off. No call, no show. So basically, the only thing my kids learned out of that was that people are idiots, and you can't really trust them. Um, Other than that, I don't know what to do with all these eggs. I think quiche uses a lot of eggs, so go on the internet, try to find a recipe for that. I think you can also freeze it, which it'd be kind of good to have quiche sitting in the freezer, I guess, for a last minute supper, or if you wanted to bring it to, I don't know. Sometimes we'll go overnight to friends places or whatever, and have a big breakfast, and quiche is good for things like that. So yeah, maybe I'll try doing that. Me and my dog, we got nothing else to do. I just gave her a couple for lunch. She eats them shell and all. Raw eggs supposedly are pretty good for the dog's coats. I think you can only use fresh eggs. I think there's something about store eggs that can make them sick by eating them raw. But I think my chicken eggs, you can pretty much do what you want with them. I don't know if it's something to do with the pasteurization or just the age of them or just the way they handled in general. But I can take them out of I think I can take them out of the chicken coop and just eat them raw. Not that I ever would, but I think you can. But the dog does, and she likes it. It's good for her coat. And um, Maggie, this is Maggie. She's about 9 months old, black lab. She's kind of even hard to see on this, but yeah, she really likes the eggs. She's looking for more.